Alright, we are doing Stone Plays the Iron Man Challenge. This is episode number 23. I've done 23 of these things so far, with the body willing. So, I have decided to roll a shaman, and it apparently randomly picked a monk for me as a class. So I can't join a guild quite yet. I gotta wait till I get out of this zone and pick Alliance. I believe this character is supposed to be an Alliance character. Yeah, because we wanted to join the guild on Worm Rest Accord. So, let me just make sure I am recording. I am recording. So, let us pick up these quests. I think that's it, right? Is this the one? These are the... Oh, here, I've got a heal now. Yay. Let's stick the heal. Where should I stick the heal? Not that it really matters a whole lot, does it? Let's put the heal on Q. So I basically have my keyboard set up. If people don't know, I have my keyboard set up to, or my bartender set up to mimic that of a keyboard, so that I get used to whatever spells I can remember where I put them. I know other people have them just in a straight line of squares, but I am a little bit more visual, so I like seeing it like this. And we're gonna get Ragus. My character is level 7. And I'll heal myself. Yay, shaman healing. Although that took like a third of my mana. Ugh. Can you... Is it over yet? There we go. Sheesh. Alright. Gotta loot this. Gotta loot the mallet. I like going around the other way here. You should go around here. You should pick up stuff. And maybe we'll get some free XP here. So I am streaming this on the website only because it does have to do with Iron Man stuff and kind of what we're doing and all that jazz. So it's not just me just screwing around here, even though it might seem like that. Like I said, this is episode 23. If you do hear some air in the background, it's either a matter of it's either a combination of one of my computer fans is pretty much dead, and or the heat has come on because outside it is 0 degrees, so water freezes, and it's not even November. This is going to be a rough winter, I think. I think it's going to be a cold one. So, news. What's new? Blizzard announced patch 6.23, and honestly, there's some people that are pissed off about it, and I don't understand why. They're like, they feel slighted, and other people love it. Other people couldn't care less. I kind of don't understand why people are pissed off, because we're in the expansion lull. This is it. Like, they've said there's no more raids until next expansion, and there's nothing else, so they're giving us a little bit of this and that. What am I supposed to do here? Oh, ring the gong. Derp. So I just, I'm not sure what people expect, and if they do another earnings call, they see, oh, accounts dropped again. It's like, just getting tired of the whole WoW is dead thing. If you don't like it, don't play. Like, no, I don't understand. People should not be. You should not be forced to play a game you don't like. Go play a game that you like. Myself and a lot of other people do like the game still, and I hope it carries on. So let's go into what was actually announced for 623. Now we get to click him and wake him up. Yeah, can you wake up this guy for us? Yeah, this guy. Wake him up. Boom. Nice. He's like, what? He chases him around. Funny. Alright. Now we get to take the cart. Oh, I forget where I gotta take the cart, but whatever. So 623, they've announced new Timewalking Dungeons. The Timewalking Dungeons that came out were wildly popular. There's a lot of people that are like, oh, they're just rehashing content and saying it's new. Like what? Like just, you know. Anyways, so they're coming out with the Cataclysm engines and as well as the Pit of Saron for Wrath. Excuse me, and Magister's Terrace from Burning Crusade. Now, the part that concerns me a little bit is that when you run through Wrath and Burning Crusade, you know, it does, you know, depending on your group, it might feel a little bit harder to run through, but generally they're easier. So Cataclysm, when those came out, they were hard, and a lot of people complained and cried and all this, and Blizzard changed it and nerfed it and all this. So I don't know how the Cataclysm time walking thing is going to run. Is it going to be the old way, where it's going to be really, really hard, or is it going to be the newer way where it's going to be difficult if you don't know what you're going to do, or if you don't have a decent group? You know, it will be interesting to see how it goes, because I've been in a couple groups where you wipe on the first pack of trash because the tank is just pulling stupid amounts of stuff and the healer can't keep up, and then the tank quits and then everybody else quits. It's just, you know, when you do dumb things like that, dumb things are going to happen back. So I just hope we're not going to get back into this thing again. Oh, I got like your... That's not great. Okay. So it'll be really interesting to see how tuned Cataclysm is compared to what it used to be. So if it's the way that it used to be, we're in for a lot of rage quitting and all that stuff. So I hope that does not happen, though. I also found it interesting that they would add Pit of Saron for Wrath, but not the other two End of Time dungeons, right? The first one was what's the first one? Where you go to Dragon Soul, right? You go into Dragon Soul and you see the end of days there, right? And you see Deathwing impaled on the top of the Dragon Shrine there, and you have to go kill Sylvanas, I think, or something like that, or future Sylvanas, and I'm not sure why they didn't add that. Maybe they felt it was too quick, they felt it was too easy, or maybe too hard. Maybe it was just could still be relatively confusing for folks, I guess. I'm not sure. But then the other one was the where you actually go and assault the Lich King, you know, and at the end. So it's basically more like a gauntlet thing. Like the first part of that, I remember that being very, very hard. We would wipe many times on it. Like you couldn't get, like you had to fight the two bosses, right? And before each boss there's like 2 waves of ads. They were very hard. And I can assume that, I would assume that maybe Blizzard didn't want to bring that one in because it was so hard, and they felt maybe people would get frustrated too quickly and just rage quit and then leave it. So I guess that's that. I mean, and bringing in Magister's Terrace from Burning Crusade, sure. I don't see any reason why not. I didn't think it was particularly hard. I think when I was tanking the first time, I would die just on the last boss. Like, on the trash right before the last boss. And that was when I had first began to tank. So I really didn't know anything about tanking. And I don't know if the trash was hard or if it was just my skill. I have a feeling it was my skill. And maybe my health pool wasn't so high, because I remember them complaining that my health was under 11,000 or something, and we did try to pull it. We did try to pull that pack 2 or 3 times. I think maybe as many as 4 times, and we still died because the healer couldn't keep me up. And it's like, well, I don't know if it's the healer's fault or me, but it'll be interesting to go in there at level, because you know, the last time I did it was way back when, and it didn't end so well, I guess. So another thing that I thought was pretty cool for Timewalking is that they are going to add a Infinite Dragonflight mount that has a chance to drop off each boss. So that's interesting, because usually when you go into legacy raids and 5-mans, basically you get like a 1% chance per week to get a certain boss. If you only run it on one character each week, it's just 1% chance. And with this, they're saying the chances off each boss, so you can run it. You can, typically a dungeon will have 4 bosses, maybe 5, sometimes 3. So let's just say 4 on average, right? So basically, you're gonna get a 4% chance for each run that you do to get this boss. Well, you'll get 4 chances at 1%. It's not 4. It's not 4%. So, but still, you get a lot more chances to get this mount. So I think the mount is going to be level 8. I think the mount is going to be will be relatively common for people that do the runs. Obviously, if you don't run it, you can't get it. So, I should probably equip my lightning shield. Is it like, oh, it's like a buff. Okay, cool. So I can just put it over here. Alright. Yeah, you can paint me red, I don't care. So yeah, it's like, you know, I almost feel like the first time that it comes out, after 623 comes out and Timewalking's there and you can get the mount, I have a feeling I will be chain running those dang things until I get the mount. And really, I could just chain run them on different tunes, because I've got a bunch of different tunes at different level at max level, or very, very close to it. So I don't think it's going to be that hard to get that particular mount. What do I need here? I need stone blocks. Stone. Wait, oops. Whoa, that was my hand just did a twitch. That's not good. Yeah, that's the body telling me might be time to do sleeping instead of streaming. But I got a bunch of stuff I want to talk about, because I have not been able to do this stuff since episode 22, which was before Brewfest. So I actually did get a Brewfest video done. That was fun to do. So what else in 623? Basically, they announced that cross-realm mythic raiding is going to be turned on, which I thought was a big deal, but then it but then was brought to my attention that, you know what, it's actually not that big of a deal, because they did the same thing for heroic in Siege of Orgrimmar at the end of the expansion there. So it's not that big of a deal. At first I thought, it was like, whoa, they're, you know, what does that mean? Does that mean that they see mythic guild numbers dropping, because we all see it online and on Twitter and stuff, you know, and, you know, are they saying, you know, we don't care about guilds per realm per se, versus just being a guild, and you could have members all across your region, right? So, you know, you could have, let's say, if you say, well, Method decides, hey, now that mythic rating is cross realm, you know, we don't have to have our members just on our realm. So Method will now accept members from all over, which would be interesting, without needing to do a transfer, which I guess would help out people. But you know, that's not the case. I mean, it's not a long-term thing. They'll likely turn it off, just like they did when they released Warlords. They released, so they basically turned off heroic cross realm, and they'll probably do that when Legion, the patch 8.0, 7.0, which patch are we? We'd be on patch 6. So when Legion comes out, will be patch 7.0, and that's when it will probably get turned back off again, which is not a big deal. So what else is coming out? Valor for item grades are coming out in 6.2.3, and that makes sense too. Basically, I mean, it's not like it went away. I mean, it did go away, but part of Mists of Pandaria was that you could upgrade your stuff, and during the last patch, they actually announced you could upgrade your items 2 more levels. So you just need to earn Valor by running stuff. So that's gonna be, you know, that's gonna be what you're gonna do to get your increased gear, right? And to be able to do heroic Archimonde, because in heroic Archimonde, you now, if you get the kill, you now get the moose mount, and that I thought was interesting. I was kind of wondering if they added that because maybe they didn't, or maybe they forgot to add a mount to heroic Archimonde. For people that killed it before, did you get any mount? No. So does that mean as of 6.2.3 you will get access to that mount, right? Because I would think so. If you've already killed heroic Archimonde prior to 6.2.3, I would certainly hope that you would get the mount. Yeah, and as we all know, that during Siege of Orgrimmar, I think they had it on normal and just on normal, that if you killed Garrosh, you would get your heirloom axe, but you'd also get the wolf, right? The Korkron werewolf, or whatever it was. And then that was from completing the entire thing. Oh, and I'm probably not going to be able to loot that guy. And, oh god, I don't want to die. Yeah, that's not worth it. We're just going to kill these guys here. That would be a really crappy way to go. I was trying to loot some stuff and it fell off a cliff. That would be my luck. Ooh. Main hand. 1.4 says that. Yep. We're going to put that on. Can't wear mail. Leather 5. No, I think I already had those. Gonna have to go look at this stuff again when it's safe. There we go. So what else? What else? Yeah. So for the Valor, it's not a big deal. I mean, the Valor stuff. You know, the code is already there, and I'm sure that they were planning on doing that anyways. And just because they didn't have that as an option throughout the entire run doesn't mean that they never wanted to do that right in the first place. I think they knew that they were going to do that, and you know what? It's perfectly fine because it means that they didn't need to spend resources on creating new gear. I mean, why would you do that when you've got code that works to let you upgrade the gear that you already have? I mean, why not? I would rather them do this and spend their time on getting the next expansion done and good to go versus, oh, we need a new set of shoulders and all that nonsense. I don't really care. I would rather get better gear, and even if that means by assigning points to it, fine. Just get us into new stuff and we'll be good. What else is happening? So for Mythic Dungeons and Tanaan jungle drops, the item level on the gear is going to be bumped up. So this is good. It means that it's going to be easier than ever to get access to mythic level rating, or not mythic level rating, heroic level rating and all that kind of stuff. And it'll be easier to kill the bosses and all that. And that's one of our bigger, that's what one of my things was that, you know, I was worried that, oh crap, this moose mount is only going to be available from heroic, and that's really going to cheese me off because I like to collect mounts, and that's one of my things is I love to collect mounts, and I would be worried that I'd have to pay for a run or hit someone up for a run to help me get through it. I don't know if my guild necessarily has the will to upgrade all of our stuff, nor would I wonder if they've got the necessary skill. We have some good players, we have some not so good players. They're great people, do not get me wrong, but we are not a raiding guild, so that does play a part into it, is that there's nothing there to say you're not allowed to raid because you're not meeting criteria XYZ. So because of that, we don't generally kick people out. We want to play with our friends and all that stuff, and that's fine. But what that also means is that for some of us that really want to get that moose mount, it may not be possible. And if it's not possible, then we have to look elsewhere. And I don't know what that means for us as a guild and as a raid team too, because it seems like we've only got the one raid team that is relatively serious compared to everyone else. Now, I would think as a member of that raid team, I would be playing my main character as much as I could to get as many item level increases as I can per day and per week and all that kind of nonsense, so that every week as we go in, I'm even better and better. I don't know if that is necessarily true, if that's a true statement for all of our raiders. I would say some people absolutely, other people may not just have the time to do it. I really want this moose mount, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. What else? So yeah, the item level for Mythic Dungeons, I honestly have not done any Mythic stuff just because the gear that I have, I know is good enough to take us up into heroic Archimonde. One of the bigger issues that we're having more as a raid group is people doing what they're supposed to do at the appropriate time, so in Iskar, passing the orb around, that kind of stuff, like on time. It's just that stuff. And even though you have Iskar assist, it doesn't seem to help them as much. I mean, it does help them. It just takes a little bit longer for them to get up to speed. So the item level increases from Mythic Dungeons will help. It will make you want to run them more often, and doing Tanaan will help you get your alts geared up if you need it. I don't know if necessarily Tanaan is going to help your main, but the Mythic Dungeons should help your main for sure. And I think the last thing for 623 was that Arena Season 3 is going to start. And to me, honestly, I don't really care because I don't really PvP very much, although I do have a PvP character on Argent Dawn with the Riders of Rohan because Ponecast is there and they are awesome, fantastic, fun people. I love them a lot. It's very hard for me to play all the different characters I have all across all the realms that I have, so I gotta randomly pick and choose. Otherwise, I would burn out real quick. And this is how we do this one. We just run around and click them as he's flying. I'm gonna wait till he falls to the ground. This is a time where I wish I had a speed buff. There we go.
Let's attack it while it is grounded.
How many hits did it take? Okay. I don't know how many hits it took to bring it down. But we'll just keep doing this until he comes back down. This stuff is relatively easy / boring. Is it coming down? Oh, one more, maybe. Oh, maybe not. Whoa. Oh, the guys haven't set the fireworks yet. That's not cool. Is that gonna do it? That might do it. There we go.
It's down. Let us finish it off.
Let's finish it off, please. Man, please don't go back up. Can I still attack it while it's up in the air? There we go. Alright. So, whoa, no, back there. That's what I get for trying to go too quickly. Yeah, so season 3, yeah, so PvP, I'm not, a big PvPer. PvBeaver? There's a PvBeaver. I PvP your beaver. Anyways, whoa. I did roll a character in, like I said, in Argent Dawn to play with Riders of Rohan to learn some PvP stuff, because they're not just a PvP guild, they do all kinds of stuff, but when I think of PvP, I think of them, okay, because they have fun with it, and they're badass with it, and I figured, I was going to level a character only by doing PvP, and then that would help me to learn the PvP aspect of that certain class, right? And I think I'd rolled a priest, I believe, so I wasn't sure if I was doing shadow or healing. I can't remember. I think it was level 10 or 15. I can't really remember. But and like I said before, I can't play all my characters all the time, so I gotta play them every once in a while, and I basically have a script on my computer that will tell me a random character to play of all of my characters, and just so that it changes stuff up, and I'll play a character, and when it picks a character, I'll play it up to a point where, like I'll say, okay, I want to do all of the LFR dungeons to get any items I need for my legendary quest, or I'll do as many dungeons as I can to reach a certain high level or I just or if it's a low level character, I will do enough to get me to level 20 or 30 or 40. I'll just do like 10 or 15, 10 or something. There's sometimes even that it picks stuff that I'm like, oh, I don't really want to play this, and I won't. So I'm not like trying to force myself to play. I'm just trying to play when I can, just because my body is crap. So just to keep my mind working and stuff. I out of all the quests in this entire starting zone, I think this is the one I liked the least. There's another one coming up I don't really like a whole lot. There's this one, and then there's one coming up that you fight, like you're basically getting bombs. You're picking up bombs from some dudes that are outside the crash ship, and you're also killing some of those Saron guys or Sorok guys or whatever they are. And it feels like there's too many of them around, and you can't get out of there with killing only the ones that you need. Like I think you have to kill 8 and loot 6 bombs or something. You really can't get out of there killing just the 8. Like, you have to kill more than just the 8. Just because there's so many of them that you're gonna draw grow, and you might as well kill it anyways because you get the XP. Oh, this guy's gonna do his trick, right? Oh, sweet, didn't. I like it when they don't do the trick. Oh, damn it. I know it's only like one hit or something, but these guys just run around and they're like insane. So what else are we doing here? So yeah, that was it for 6.23. The other thing that's coming up is BlizzCon. I know some of you can't go, and there are some that are going. For those of you that can't go, I am sorry. I wish things were different for you. For whatever reason, you're not able to go. It sucks. I was never able to go, and I decided to say, throw caution to the wind and just go, because some of you know me. Who knows what the future holds. So live it up now while you can, and hopefully things will work out. And I've decided for sure I'm going to BlizzCon, so I bought all that stuff. I'm just really excited to go because I'm really excited to meet some of the folks that I've met online, and I'm really hoping that there's going to be some other Iron Man folks there that we can all take a nice group picture. Wow, if you heard that, that was my stomach. Like, not hungry, I don't know, stuff is moving around in there, and it's not like gas or anything. If it was gas, I would have like muted and let her go, but it wasn't. It was just my stomach making digesting noises, I guess. I don't know. I am drinking ginger ale, so maybe it's the gas in the ginger ale, the carbonation, but whatever. So for me, BlizzCon is literally 17 sleeps until we are going to be on an airplane and flying out to Anaheim. Oh, this part's sad. He dies. Oh, spoiler alert, he dies. So basically, we called the airport, called the airline, and they don't have anybody that apparently will pick me up at the curb because I don't walk super fast anymore, and if I try to push myself to walk faster, I run the risk of tripping, and tripping will result in problems with me where it will speed up the progress of my body problems. So We try not to. I try not to walk as much as I can. I try to. I still walk around. It's just, I walk around with a cane, but I don't need a cane because I'm gonna fall over and die. It's just I need a cane, just as an extra little thing to make sure that if I'm about to trip, I got a little extra support there. So they said that they will pick me up when I check in, and they'll wheel me around to the airport. They'll wheel me around to the airplane, and then to our connecting flights, and then they'll wheel me to get the luggage and all that. And I'm going to be bringing my cane for sure, and I'm curious if they'll let me bring the cane on the plane, because technically, it can be used as a weapon, right? I mean, I do need it to walk around to make sure I don't fall over, but it technically can be used as a weapon. I mean, really, anything can be used as a weapon, I think, but we'll have to see what happens, I guess. We do need to. I wanted to pack our luggage to see how much we're going to be packing and bringing versus how much space do we need. We kind of wanted to get more backpacks and pack that up, maybe have it half full, and from there, from there, what we could do was fill the rest of our backpack with all the loot that we're going to bring back from BlizzCon for the kids and all that stuff. So we were thinking we might have to do checked bags. I kind of don't want to do checked bags. I kind of hope I can cram everything in there. I mean, really, for me, I'm going to be wearing 2 pairs of shorts. I'm going to change in between them. And, obviously underwear, 5 shirts I need, because we'll be there for 5 days. And really, change of socks, toothbrush, all that kind of stuff. But besides that, it's... Although, I could use a toothbrush there, right? And just go buy a cheap-ass one there. And then I don't even have to bring my stuff on the plane. So, the rest of it would be used to bring back stuff back home, I guess. So maybe we don't need to have any luggage. It's something to think about. We have not bought our backpacks. So, I'm thinking it's not going to be like a school backpack where, kids are going to school. It's going to be like a camper backpack, so I'm wondering if it's not going to fit in the overhead. I'm hoping it does. I am going to bring my phone, but not my tablet, because tablet I'm going to leave it here. I'm actually going to leave it with the kids and let them play with it and all that stuff. So basically, when we get there, I am going to be ready to ask them questions, to ask a question to be used on the podcast or episode number 4. Basically, how do you play your Iron Man? What class would you play? What race and why? It's kind of aimed at, you don't even have to be a Iron Man person. I'm going to try to hopefully get some other podcasters to plug their show and say what they would play if they could. And I am really hoping to meet a lot of Iron Man people there. It would be really cool if we could get a lot of us in one group to take a picture or something, because it would be awesome. I think it would be really neat to see a bunch of us there and have a nice group photo. And even if you don't want to be in the photo, it's more of a meeting people that you share the same kind of interest with. I mean, we're already there playing World of Warcraft and Blizzard games that we know we already have that in common. But then you take it a step further and you say, yeah, we do the Iron Man, and the Iron Man is to me, it's like the mythic level rating of leveling up your character. So you need to have a certain skill, and those people that have done that skill or have done that, I think are absolutely skilled players to be able to level up to max without dying and all that stuff and follow all of the rules. I think it would just be neat to meet everyone. I know there's some of the people that I would like to meet are not going to be there, which is really crappy, but that's just how life goes, I guess. So maybe next time. What else is happening? Oh yeah, BlizzCon. They announced that the Blizzard store pre-sale is now live. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. It's for people that have the ticket and the virtual ticket as well. So, I mean, for me, I just buy the stuff there. I mean, I don't see what the point is of paying for it and then shipping. I mean, I know they said that shipping is free for orders over $100, but I think I'd rather buy the stuff there and then just declare it because we're going to be there for 5 days. We are allowed an $800 exemption, so don't really have to worry about paying fees and all that stuff because we're not going to be spending $800 on stuff at BlizzCon. That's for sure. Yeah, that's it really about BlizzCon. What's with this quest here? What are we doing? I would like to get to level 10. I should be able to get to level 10. Where's my XP thingy? There should be a... There. Show my XP. There we go. 88%. Oh yeah, I'm almost there. But no rested XP. No, you can't try either. And then in comes Jojo. Sometimes the animation syncs up really good, sometimes it doesn't. There it did not, which is crappy. So podcast. We are doing episode number 3 for the WoW Challenges podcast this Saturday, October the 24th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I can't believe it. I know it's only episode number 3, but I can't. It feels like we've been doing it longer, which is really strange. I mean, we obviously have not. It's just, it feels like I've been doing it for a little while. Maybe it's just I do too much work on it. Maybe I spend a little bit too much time on making sure that our notes are good and the technical aspects are good. It really cheeses me off when the technical stuff doesn't work, and it's like no fault of my own. Like last time, it was like we were streaming and the stream kind of got really choppy, like really bad about halfway through, and it wasn't anything I was doing, wasn't anything anybody else was doing. It was ConnectCast, so there's nothing you can really do about that. I looked at Twitch, and from what I understood, Twitch was having similar problems too, so it's not like, we thought, well, maybe we'll just go with Twitch for episode number 3, and I ran with Twitch, and it seemed to be running okay. It's about a 12-second delay. When I go look at ConnectCast, for me, it's a 3-second delay. So we're gonna stay with ConnectCast for now. I did a recording of about 3.5 to 4 hours long, just to test if it was ConnectCast's buffering of the video, or if it was my computer not being able to handle 4 hours of straight recording. But when we finished the test, everything was still smooth and no choppiness, no lag, no nothing. So we'll see what happens with episode 3. If things happen in episode 3 where we're having problems again, then we will seriously look at Twitch, because even if it's a problem with ConnectCast that doesn't happen all the time, I don't, that's nice that it doesn't happen every time, but it would have happened twice now. So I mean, if it does happen with episode 3, it would have happened twice, and at that point it may be time to look at Twitch or YouTube gaming. YouTube streaming, from what I saw, I liked it. It has a timer to show you how long you've been on for, which I like. It also had a indicator above your stream to say how good your stream is as far as video and audio and all that, which I really like. The only thing I didn't really like that I thought was really strange was that people are able to chat with you, but you can't view who is in your chat room, which I thought was weird, because wouldn't you want, like, as a streamer, there are some streams and podcasts that will go through the whole list of people in their chat room and thank them for coming, but with YouTube gaming you can't do that, which is just weird. So it's like you're kind of relying on the podcaster and streamer to remember who exactly was there. And as you're doing this, for me, I know for me, I wouldn't be able to do that unless I am talking to you and you've said something to me that is in my head that won't, go away. But other podcasters are not necessarily like that, right? It's just, yeah, so there are some good things with YouTube and some not so good things. I noticed the lag for YouTube, like the delay, not the lag, like the delay between me and the stream output is almost 20 seconds, so it's twice as long as Twitch and almost 10 times as long as being on ConnectCast. So I'm not sure if YouTube gaming will be a good source for us either. So, but anyways, we're gonna give ConnectCast another go for episode 3, and if that doesn't work, we'll look at other streaming sites as options. On Twitch, from what I heard, you gotta show your boobs a little bit. Apparently, if you have them, flaunt them, but I don't have them. I don't think people are gonna want to see man boobs, so at least not these man boobs. So there's only one person out who wants to see these man boobs. That's my wife, and even then, sometimes she's like, "Oh God." Anyways, so we'll see how it goes. On our episode number 3, we are going to have a 5-time Iron Champion. Ferre is going to be with us. She's taken 2 of her characters to hit the Iron Man max 5 times. So on one of the characters she did it three times. So she did it in Cataclysm, Miss Pandaria, and now Warlords. And see, everywhere you go, these bloody, and these guys don't help. Oh, finally they help. Thank you. Yeah, I don't like it. I feel very squishy. She did it on one of her characters, through Cataclysm, Mists, and Warlords, and then on another character she did it with Mists and Warlords. So that's 5 times on 2 different characters. That's just amazing. Like, holy moly. I definitely have not even come close to that, but I'm really looking forward to meeting with her and getting her on the show. And it will be good to have another Iron Champion on there. She is also she also helps us to run our forums. So, our forums are generally tame, although sometimes it can get a bit heated because people have different opinions on what the Iron Man should be. Generally, we have a consensus about what spirit of it is. But sometimes people get a little bit heated. So she's one of our forum community managers that will help us to deflate any situation that might arise, that kind of thing. So she's a good person. What else? Yeah, our last episode for episode 2 went way too long. It was almost 2.5 hours. I will tell you that is not our intention. Our intention is to go an hour. We might go a little bit more, we might go a little bit less. It just seems that lately, our first 2 episodes, we went more. And I don't know if that's because we have too much info, or we're talking about info that doesn't matter, or what, but, I think episode 3 will not be 2 hours, that's for sure. I think looking at it now, I was actually thinking we will be under the 1 hour mark. I think now we might be at the 1 hour mark. It's hard to gauge because it depends on how much we talk about stuff, and I don't think we're talking about just anything. We're talking about stuff that I think people care about, and want to hear. So it's all stuff that I think is good for the show. We did make a decision that if we were going to have a round table discussion, we're not going to have a new guest on the show. Basically because when we have a new guest, we want to be focused on that guest, and we want to ask them questions, we want to find out about them, we want to find out how they level and all that stuff. And then you get in with the round table where we start talking about how you play, and the guest talk on its own was almost a half an hour last time, and the round table discussion was almost another half an hour, and we were only halfway through the show. So that's why it went 2.5 hours long. So we made a decision that we're not going to do a new guest and have a roundtable discussion. So when we have a roundtable, we could invite guests that we've had on before, and we won't do the guest questionnaire with them and stuff like that. We still want them to talk because we'll still have the round table and we'll discuss all the other stuff, but we won't do the round table stuff. We won't do the find out about guest XYZ because we've already done that on a previous show. So I'm just scrolling through my notes here. I'm almost getting there. Okay, so other podcasts. So I was actually on the Ponecast podcast with Bell, Lycan, and Huge Bloke. That was a lot of fun. I am a big fan of all of those guys. They're just, to me, they're like normal people. I just, I find that I can relate with them. I find that they're not.
You are welcome among us, Pandora.
They don't put themselves above you, and that's one of the things I really like, because there are some podcasts out there and some groups out there that it feels like to me that you can't talk with them because I don't know if it's that, like, I don't think they think they're too good, but whether it's they're too busy or whatnot, you don't get that same connection with them that you would with another podcast. Let's say, like, even like this During is a good one to use. They're very, very popular, but the host, like the main host, Airifis is a super nice guy. You're able to talk with him. Like, he's awesome. The other big podcasts I will not name, because I'm not trying to point fingers at them, but I find it very hard to connect with them and connect with their site because it's hard to talk with them. And when when they kind of poo-poo Iron Man stuff, I mean, Iron Man is Warcraft. Sure, it's not Blizzard per se, but it is Warcraft, and a lot of people are doing it now. It's not just a small thing, and I don't know if that was just a, hey, we're too busy, or hey, you're not Blizzard. I'm not sure what it was about, but it makes it harder to connect with them, and I know it's not just me, and I know some of them are really nice, but overall, I think it would be easier for everyone if they became more approachable, right? You can't do anything about it. You just gotta grin and bear it. But it's something that I wish would change. That especially when they are receiving money from people that play World of Warcraft. They're receiving money from people that play the game, and they won't report on important aspects of the game. I'm not sure what I'm complaining about, to be honest, but it just, I think it's more the connectivity with some folks. I find it hard to connect with them just because it feels like, to me, like they put themselves up here and they put everybody else down here. And if that's not on purpose, I really hope it's not on purpose, because I would think it's not on purpose. But you give the impression that it is like that. I'm sure if they listen, which they probably don't, but I'm sure if they did listen, they would know who I am talking about. So, it's not an attack or anything. It's just, I really like some of the people that are there. I think they're very, very smart and all that stuff, but I also think they kind of hold themselves a little bit higher compared to everybody else, which is really, really unfortunate, because if you did something like how Pwnecast does, where they're good, like they are really, really good, but they are also people, and they know that they're people, and they don't act like they're better than everybody else. Not act like it. Like, they don't give the impression to others that they think they're better than everyone else, and that's a huge, huge thing. I really wish it could be different. That's for sure. But because I really do like a lot of them over there. But anyways, Pwnecast was fantastic. I love them. Because Frieza is not there, because he's got work to do, and they had a missing, so they had their fourth spot, because Frieza would take up their third spot. They would have their fourth spot would flip between Huge Bloke and Hots for Shots. Basically what they were doing is that because Frieza's gone now, they were getting Belle's husband to come in to guest host, and he doesn't really want to guest host per se. So I think what Belle did was really good, was that she said, well, why don't we get Hots for Shots on and Huge Bloke on all the time, like every show? And I'm like, yes, because those guys are awesome too. I love them both. I was gonna throw it at her. I'm like saying, hey, if you want me to guest host, I will come on anytime, because I'm not just Iron Man. I love doing all the things. I just maybe not PvP so much. I'm more of a, I guess I'd be more PvE raiding mount guy, I guess, right? I guess Iron Man raiding PvE kind of thing. I'm not really a PvPer. So I might throw that at her and see what she says. The last episode that I was on, it was funny with them. Just you know, I felt like I could be a little bit of a goon, and not have to really worry about a clean tag and all that stuff. Because if you know me, I do kind of swear a lot. I just try not to swear on air. What am I doing? Oh, I need more of these things. I was also on the Converted podcast, which is a Convert to Raid podcast. And because I am a member of Convert to Raid, it's a great guild. I just haven't been able to play as much as I wanted to. And again, I gotta wait till BlizzCon is over, and then I'm gonna be looking at it a little bit more to be playing there a little bit more often. You know, the bigger thing is, you know, I want to make sure it's like 100% good fit before I were to ever pay money to move a character over. Because, you know, you say, well, why would you pay money, just roll another character? It's like, yeah, I can roll a level 100, but I have my Death Knight, and that's my main. And when I mean my main, I've got a metric crap ton of reputations. I've got all my achievements on. That's my main character, and that's it. So I would not want to have to get reputations again on another character. That's not going to happen. So I don't know if I'd want to roll another character too. Sorry, I don't know if I'd want to roll another Death Knight. Where's this going? Where am I going? Oh yeah, then I'm gonna go up top, right? Yeah. What else happened? Other podcasts. It looks like Richter from the Richter Scale and I will be making another podcast, a new podcast. I'm not sure how much I can really say about what it is. We're just kind of working out technical stuff and show notes and all that kind of stuff. So, but I think it's going to run once a week or once every 2 weeks. I'm not 100% sure. But he is going to be the host. I'm just going to co-host and yammer along as I can. And we're also going to get another co-host, a lady by the name of Luthiana, and it will be interesting. It will be good to hear a new co-host that doesn't. Why is this? Okay, I'm just looking at my Facebook feed, and it's like it posted my YouTube video on my personal Facebook feed. It's like, no, that's not supposed to be. There's another person here. Maybe it'll be faster this time around. Is this guy getting his ass kicked? Oh, it's just another JoJo. Nice, I'm getting experience for these guys. Yeah, I don't like this. Can these NPCs help me?
You keep my priests safe.
I will try to keep your priest safe if you can keep me safe. Okay. I don't like this part either, to be honest. I just don't. So yeah, we're gonna make a new podcast. There should be info about it. It's gonna be called Azeroth Uncultured. We have talked about that. We have a new Twitter for that. Basically, what we're doing is we're going to be focusing on a certain aspect of pop culture that appears in World of Warcraft. So, things like how Robin Williams has the egg in the new Warlords no Grant, right? So just things like that. We won't, to be honest, we won't ever run out of show topics because there's just so many of them. There's so much stuff in World of Warcraft that's pop culture related, that it'll just be, like our big thing is going to be focusing on a certain aspect each week, and we may not be able to cover everything just because we don't have enough time, right? So can this healer not heal herself? I would love for that to happen. I would love for this healer to heal herself. Well, we're gonna wait for this guy to... That healer's gonna die. This cheeky poo. There she goes. She's... Oh, I'm surprised. Surprised this guy went for me. Oh no, here she goes. Wow, she gets it. There, she's dead. Oh, this guy's in all heirloom armor. That's almost done. Yeah, so that's it for other podcasts. What else was I going to talk about? Let me pull up the website here. Okay, so let's go on to site news. So basically I created a video and a new blog post for Hallow's End. And that is online right now. So if you want to go see it, you're welcome to go see it. Oh, I already completed this quest, so fantastic. We'll just kill this guy. And we will kill him, or kill him. Ha. Yeah, what? Oh. Basically what I did was that I updated the code on the website so that when you are now allowed to equip the Hallowed Helm. Basically it's a purely cosmetic piece that you can pick up as a drop from one of the bags or anything like that. It doesn't give any bonuses, but under normal Iron Man rules, because it's a blue item, you would get flagged for it. So I put code in because it really is just a cosmetic piece. I put in code to allow it. Basically, we've already have code in to allow the transmog items, so the ones that you can buy, like not the transmog ones, but the ones that you can buy that are from the store, like the fiery crown and all that stuff. There's 3 of them, so you're able to you actually equip those and not get flagged. So with the video and the blog post, we just kind of went over how Hallow's End to say what was allowed, what's not allowed. Like basically the Wicker Man quest, the quest is allowed to get the quest XP, but the buff that you get from clicking the fire and the ashes is not. So as soon as you get that buff to get the experience buff, click it off. You are allowed to go around and get all the candy buckets. That's free XP. Go for it. The apple bobbing thing, you are allowed to use the apples. It doesn't give you a buff, and the amount of health it gives you is fantastic. It gives you 75% of your health over 25 seconds. The apple is only going to be in your inventory until the end of Hallow's End. So once Hallow's End is over, the apples go away. So I would suggest using them over regular food and save your regular food. What else was there? There was the Headless Horseman mount. You obviously can't queue for that because it's a dungeon. And when you get treats and like candy, you can't use them because it actually gives you a buff in the game. So for instance, if you use the tricky treat, if you eat it, you can save it to turn in for currency, like turn in for pets and stuff, but if you eat it, it actually gives you a 4% speed increase. I know 4% is not a big deal, but it's not allowed. So just don't eat the candy. There's some other candies that will give you breathing beneath the water and all that stuff. Okay, we are going to choose join the alliance. We're going to join alliance on this guy. And I don't know how loud this is going to be. I'll see you later. Don't care. I'm never going back there anyway, so. Oh, yes. Yes, yes.
Patience is the highest virtue. Get going.
So, what? Oh, that's just the Hallows End quests. Okay, so, the other stuff with Hallows End. Yes, you can collect the treats to turn in to buy pets and toys. Pets are no problem to buy them. You just can't use them on the character. That's all. So, you know, like doing the candy quests and all that stuff, you can still use them. You can collect as many as you can. Whoa, why the heck am I in here? Okay. That was weird. Very weird. I don't know why that happened.
Hey there. Have a good one.
And we're gonna get this stuff because I can.
Hello, friend.
Can I just keep clicking it? Oh, I can. Got 5. Yeah, you can just keep using it. So I'm gonna take these. Actually curious as to why it just bumped me into the inn. That was kind of strange. Let's see who is on in the Iron Man Guild. Wow, Iron Man. Nobody is on. Oh man. Well, that sucks. Nobody's on in the Iron Man Guild right now. If you're listening to this and you're a member of that guild on Wormrest Accord, please get on your Alliance character and send me an invite. Please. What else? Yeah, so basically you can buy the pets, you just can't use them on that character. That's all. So it's no big deal, but you can still get a benefit of doing the candy stuff and earning all that stuff and still get something for your other characters. We are still doing an in-game add-on. From what I understood last time I talked to him, was that he's aiming at pre-BlizzCon to give me something. The thing is that it's going to show up as like a chat text to say if you've broken the rules or not. And honestly, that's not really what I envisioned. I kind of want I was looking for more like a small little window, very small, to let you pick which challenge you're on, and if you're green flagged or yellow flagged or red flagged. And that's it. Just a small little thing. Yes, it's graphical, but nothing too big. So I think what I'm going to need to do is look at what he's done and put it towards something else where I can make like a little graphical window. I am kind of a perfectionist, so I think, I'm pretty sure I can use the work that he's done to make something better, and and he knows what I want, so I don't know why I'm not sure if he's just not comfortable doing the graphic stuff or not. Why can't I? Oh yeah, because I gotta go fight him or something. Walk with me, all 3 of you. Okay, fine. Wait, so Horde only got Jin Fireheart or whatever, and Alliance got these two, got Jojo and Arya. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, so walking around all the way. So what else? I have updated the rules on the Iron Man challenge website to say you're not allowed to do Warlords dungeons, because apparently it didn't say Warlords. Person didn't explicitly say Warlords, yet it did explicitly say Wrath, Cataclysm, BC. You're not allowed to do those. You know, honestly, no dungeons means no dungeons. You know, I still put Warlords up there just now, just to be explicit. I honestly don't think I didn't think I needed to be that explicit. The rules are there not to nitpick at. The rules are there to show you the spirit of the challenge itself. If you want to nitpick and break all of the rules that you can, try, and then you make it to max level, well, really, the only person that you're going to cheat is yourself. So, the corpse of exudant.
Do I make myself clear?
Yes, you make yourself clear. This is when we punch him.
We new people know this, but I was once a pit fighter myself. A gladiator for the hordes of the news.
This part's kind of funny. When I knock him down, the two characters here are like, "What did you do?"
Now, let's see what you've got. Don't hold back now. Let's have it.
I guess we just sit here and wait.
You'll have to be better than that.
What else is going on? There is a guild called Crusade doing a leveling contest starting in, I think, October 18th. So it should be running right now. Let me see. Yeah. This is funny. So October 18th.
Stormwind honors.
But I don't see any characters listed so far, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. They're basically running a leveling contest between October 18th and January 1st. It is not open to the public. The only reason why I'm bringing it up is, you know, if you want to do a contest for your guild, I am more than happy to create a separate page for you to track your guild and all that kind of stuff. I kind of, you know, I actually kind of think I need to make something to do it on its own, because I would worry about getting too many guilds saying, "Oh, I need this, I need that," and then I don't know where to put everything. Because right now, you know, if you go look at Iron Man and Challengers, you can't click on the guild name. So I think maybe if I were to make the guild name clickable, that would make things. You could then filter without me having to do that. So you might try that. I'm not sure though. But like I was trying to say, I am completely open. If you want me to make a page for your guild because you're going to do a contest, please let me know. I would be more than happy to do that for you. I think it brings guilds together. It gives them another thing to do and play and try. And, you know, it doesn't mean that you have to get to max. I mean, when you do your contest, it doesn't mean you have to get to max level. For instance, the first contest that we did was with United Anarchy, and they said that the top 3 highest level players will get prizes, you know. And then there was, and then this guild that's doing it right now, they're actually going to award everybody something based on how far they get. So that's why they don't just want people just to come in to join their guild just to get this stuff. So they said you have to be a member of their guild already. Basically, yeah, basically, you know, there's different ways to do it. So it's really up to you. You know, the only thing I would say is, you know, if you're gonna do it, make sure you're gonna do it. Like, I don't want to put this up on the page and you come back and say, oh well, we're not gonna do it now. I just, you know, just do us a favor, both of us, and don't waste both of our time. Because, you know, if you want to do it, be sure you're 100%. Like, yes, we're gonna do it, and then come to me and ask, hey, can you guys make a, can you make a guild page for us, Stone, and for sure, right? So, what else are we doing? We are talking about an Iron Man light. Challenge where it's not the original Iron Man challenge. It's actually a little bit easier, and and it would be designed more to be as an intro into the Iron Man. So basically, what we were asking people to do is to test out leveling on an Iron Man in two scenarios. Scenario one is you follow all the Iron Man rules, except you are allowed to wear green gear. And scenario two is you follow all the Iron Man rules, except you are allowed to pick a specialization. Not talents, but a specialization, which is different, right? So you can pick to be a prot warrior, you just can't pick extra talents and stuff. And test to see how it goes. Like, do you find it harder? Do you find it about the same as a normal Iron Man? Like what? And you're still not allowed to use heirlooms. We didn't want to make it. We see. Here's the thing. We don't want to do different Iron Man lights. We want to do one Iron Man light because we don't want you to get confused. To be like, well, which one am I on? And am I on the one that's only allowing green gear, or am I on the one that's only allowing specs? Like what? We may end up doing, hey, you can level up with green gear and a spec for the light one, and that's it. And the other one, and then if you're able to complete that, then you can go and why do I need to go to Darnassus? Oh, I can't even go there. Never mind. Somebody else did that. So I can do this, right? Right? Yeah, I can do this. So this is part of the quest that you're not allowed to do. You throw the bonfire. Where's the... Oh. There's no ashes. Okay, good. Wait, unburdened. Okay, so this is the XP buff. We get rid of that there. Okay, and we still go in and turn in the quest. That's all. And we gotta clean up the stink bomb, so we'll put this as one of our mouse wheels. I should put on my lightning shield. What else? So yeah, we're doing the Iron Man light. Based on the feedback from Myra. I'm gonna say Myra. I keep getting it mixed up. I'm pretty sure it's Myra though. Is that I think she was saying that it was easier with doing the green gear versus getting the spec, which she thought it was the opposite. She thought it was going to be easier to level up if you picked a spec versus versus being able to just use green gear. So I think you know at the end of the day, I really only want to add one Iron Man light and not have all these different ones. I wouldn't mind doing a different one. Like I might actually do the Iron Man light and still also add that you're allowed to group up. Okay, so don't have the kill amount that you need to reach. Basically, so then you can group up with your friends and go level up. You know, just stuff like that, just to make it a little bit easier. And when you're ready to do the real Iron Man, it's going to be there, and this is just something to test you now. And I think the other thing for the website was that we are almost ready to get our FAQ up. Oh no, I got jack-o'-lanterned. So basically, you know, I've had quite a few questions, and I really don't mind to answer them, that's for sure. And please, if you have any questions, please send them to me. But it's painfully evident that I'm getting the same questions over and over, and it really means that I do need to get an FAQ up, and we are very close to getting an FAQ up. I actually have a list of questions up on the forums right now. If anybody wants to go have a look at them, I would just ask, have a look and see if there's anything that I've missed. If there's something I missed, just reply to that thread and let me know if you think this would be a common question that would be asked, because there's some stuff that not so common that, you know, I think I'd still add it. It's just you know, it wouldn't reach as many people as I would kind of hope. Like, for instance, there's like weird questions, like, you know, for instance, one person asked, can you tame a pet from inside a dungeon? Logically, you'd think no, because of dungeons are not allowed, they're not allowed. But really, it's completing the dungeon that is not allowed. So, oh, I guess I gotta go to this person here. So basically, you can go inside the dungeon, tame it, and just not kill the bosses or loot and all that kind of stuff, and not go in over and over and killing stuff. But other than that, yes, you can. Oh, she wants me to flex. Fine, there you go. I'm flexing. Flex for nougat. Do I get more XP? No. Oh, I didn't even get XP. I could add it. Oh, well, I'm gonna get XP from this thing, right? Yeah, oh, a whole 90. Give me a break. What does this do? Classic Hellos and Treat of the Humans. Okay. What level am I? 12. What else? So the FAQ is almost ready. Let's go over the Iron Man website stats. Hold on, let me turn the corner before I fall off it, because knowing my luck, that will kill me. Okay, statistics for the site, because I love numbers. I love seeing them. I love looking at them and screwing around with them. Well, Iron Man. Nobody's still online. / who Iron? Oh wow, there's, oh, that's right, Iron Forge. Maybe join Iron. Let's see if there's anybody on in the Iron channel. Nope, just me. Okay, so basically for the website, we have a grand total of 3,510 characters. It just blows my mind. That is a lot of people trying it, and a lot of people not picking it, but at least they're trying it. And that's all that I care about, is give it a try. If you don't like it, you don't like it, and that's okay. The worst thing that you could do is say, oh, I don't like it, but you haven't even tried it, right? And it's like, come on. So, because there's some people that once you try it, you might get hooked, right? So, what am I doing here? I need to do douse the Horde's Wicker Man. Is this gonna mark me as PvP? Yeah, because you have to go into Lordaeron, right? Yeah, I remember this. I don't think I'm doing that quest, sorry. And then stink bombs away. Speak to Gertrude Fenlow. Alright, to gain access to a broom. That's not Gertrude. This lady is Gertrude. Alright. And where are we going? I gotta bomb Undercity, right? Yeah. Alright, let's bomb these Undercity buggers. Even though I'm Horde too, so whatever. So I gotta bomb those guys. Bomb people that haven't been bombed. Is that right? That person? Yay! I got one. Alright. Get the auctioneer. Oh, I did get the auctioneer. Sweet. Does critters count? Oh, critters count too. That's funny. Oh, I got something behind me. 9. Oh, sweet. Just start dropping them all over the place. Yep, you hear me clicking like mad. Wow, they're all PvP'd out. I hope it's not gonna like port me back before I'm done, because I don't want to have to go through this again. I really don't want to. Wow, I'm going through here pretty quick. It's hard to click them all. I'm trying to find somebody that's not actually... I think these guys are going too fast, or maybe I'm just old. I'm just getting old, I think. Good lord. Good lord, bye. Alright, where are you going? Don't transport me back, please. Come on. Okay, which way am I going? I'm going back this way. There's one. Alright. Close that window. It's stopped me twice now. There we go. Get that guy. Get those two. Oh, only got one out there, I think. I don't think it matters if somebody's already sprayed them. You just gotta spray them again. No, not line of sight. Thanks. Fine, just start. I guess you just go nuts. Maybe that's the way to do it. Okay, there we go. Let me click and get the heck out of there. Alright. Now what? Oh, that would be bad if you zoned in there and didn't have the broom, you fell to your death. That would be a very unfortunate way to die as an Iron Man. Okay, so back to the Iron Man stats. I'm like a dog. It's like squirrel, and my eyes just lose my focus. So great, we're gonna be hearing the Headless Horseman for the next 2 to 3 weeks. That's gonna be fantastic. Hey, so Iron Man stats. See again, we are at 3,510 people have tried to do the challenge. We are still only at 8 characters at max level. One of those is yellow flagged, all the other ones are green. Of the Iron Man characters that are... So, of the Iron Man characters, we have 1,514 that are alive, 510 are still listed and are dead, and 1,227 have been lost to the nether. So basically those are ones that they tried the challenge, they failed it, either they got flagged or they died, or they just don't care anymore, they deleted their character. So the character's gone, but we still track it to say it's still another person that tried it. So what we are at is that for the US region we have 837 characters, and for the EU we have 677. So there's slightly more US characters. However, you know, it's not over it's not over the top or anything, right? So what am I doing? Put out the fires, right? Is that what I'm doing? Putting out the fires. know, where's the fire? Oh yeah, the fires are in the back, right? Is this putting out the fires? Wasn't there fires in the back? Oh, there were. Wait. I'll put out all the village fires. So I guess I'm going here. Okay, we're gonna help put out all the village fires. Oh man, I'm really not looking forward to hearing this guy for like 3 weeks. I mean, it was cool the first time when he comes out, but oh, dude. Yeah, what level is he? Level 11. That's good. Can we, like, are they all out? Can we... Ah, I threw it at something that was already out. So for characters, back to the characters, because the squirrel, I'll lose my chain of thought. Basically, for the most, the highest class played, the class with the most representation is, surprise, surprise, the hunter at 560 characters. And funny enough, of those, we only have 2 Iron Man that are green flagged and 1 that's yellow. So, it's possible to do. Just, oh, what's this victory? You free the village bonus. Okay, yeah. This you should not take. It may keep popping up on you, but just try to decrease it. Just try to unclick it as much as you can. And actually, I will add that to the fire brigade practice. Okay. Let's go do the fire brigade practice. Just extra XP, I guess, right? Yeah. No, but I get the tasty treats, so that's a thing too. Where's the water? Isn't there supposed to be a bucket of water around or something? Like there was over in Brill? Do I have to run all the way back there? Give me a break. Really? Okay, I guess I have to run all the way back. That's a bit of a... Oh, here... Ah, this one's closer, I guess, so that's good. I was gonna say, like, that's kind of cheesy. You gotta run all the way, but yeah, on the Horde one you didn't. Alright. Yeah, So yeah, Hunters being #1 representation. That's not really a surprise. Number 2 at 140 characters is the Druid. Number 3 at 130 characters is the Warlock, which I guess that makes sense too. I mean, the Druid is a lot of self-healing, prowl as a cat, and especially if you roll a night elf, that's like instant vanish, and for warlocks you get your big blue, your blue genie pet, right? Although it is kind of squishy compared to a normal blue big genie guy. Okay, we have to keep unclicking that, I think. Yeah, it keeps coming back on. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing that you can do about it. I'm gonna have to update the blog.
See you later.
And talk about that. So, if you get the buff, don't worry about it. As you leave the zone, just try to unclick it, and hopefully it will come off. We're going to add... We're going to grab this one.
See you later.
guess you can't do that. Now you can. Okay. And okay, so we have 3,251 Iron Man challengers in total. We have 67 are pacifists and 192 that are bloodthirsty. I'm very like we have one. Our next highest Iron Man is a level 91 Druid. We actually did get a new level 100 Monk. We did mention her on the show. Deirdre Van M is a new level 100 Monk for Iron Man. The next one is a level 91 Druid. For Pacifist, the highest is level 62 Druid Myra, Myra. Damn it. Myra. And for Bloodthirsty is a level 65 Deirdre Van Blood is a hunter, and that's the same person that just got their monk. So that's pretty cool. I'm wondering if they're actually going to do the pacifist at all. I'll be curious. Anyway, so for stats, it's pretty neat to see that a lot of people are trying it. That's fantastic, you know. It's just to give you something different to do, right? So at this part of the show, well, it's not really a show, but you know, this part of the Stone Plays Iron Man, I usually talk about what I've been doing personally. Basically, I finished watching Stargate Atlantis and Stargate Universe, so I'm done with Stargate. I'm like done. I'm finally done. I watched all the way from Stargate the movie, then through SG1, and then the Stargate and then the Stargate SG1 movies, and then do I want to do these? Yeah, I can do green. So basically, I watched all of Stargate, all of it. I was kind of upset that, like, I had watched Stargate Universe once before, like the whole thing, and you know, it really cheesed me off that they decided to cancel it because, you know, what had happened was that Sci-Fi Network had signed them on for 2 years, and regardless of whether or not they had good ratings in season 1, they're still going to do a season 2, guaranteed. And apparently the ratings in season 1 were not great, and they decided, okay, well, we're going to pull the plug on it. However, the ratings in season 2 were a lot better, and the Sci-Fi Network was still like, you know what, we don't care, we're done. You know, the only thing I didn't really like about I'm gonna try and right click this off again. Oops, no, I got rid of the jack-o'-lantern. See if the victory will stay off me. I think the victory only comes on you if you're still hanging around Goldshire, maybe. Yeah, it looks like it's not coming back on. So basically, what Stargate Universe was that because Battlestar Galactica was so powerful, was so not powerful, was so strong and popular on TV. Stargate wanted to make a TV show that was just like it. So very gritty, a lot of camera movement, and you know, all that kind of stuff. And you knew exactly what show they were trying to be, and I thought people didn't like that. You know, it's like, you know, we want you to be Stargate, like what we knew. And you know, at the end of season 1, I think they got over all the everyone just wants, you know, to have sex with everyone, and everyone's just all mad and stuff. Like, it's just, okay, we're done with this now. They moved on, and in season 2 the ratings got better, but Sci-Fi just didn't want to listen. And the part that kind of bugs me is that they knew that they were going to cancel at the end of season 2. If they knew that, why didn't they tell the writers, please, you know, like, you're not going to get renewed write a finale, because obviously they're not going to do a movie or like a two-part finish to it or anything like that, and it just left the series in limbo. So they left the whole plot there, and nobody knows what happens. Like, it's crappy. It's like you read the book, and halfway through an average book, that was starting to get better, somebody's ripped out all of the pages. So you're kind of left there thinking, oh man, I want to know. I want to know what's going on. And things were getting good. I really liked... I'll say that I'm not a God-fearing person myself, but I liked the undertones where they had found the signal that seemed to be at the beginning of the universe, at the beginning of time, and so that meant to them that meant to the ancients that the universe was created by somebody or something that had a mind and all that. It's not just a random thing, which is like really cool. And why couldn't they keep going with that? Like, I find that work just drive me crazy. So after Stargate Universe, I caught up with my Game of Thrones. I downloaded some other movies too to catch up with stuff, like things that I had on DVD already, but my DVD was scratched and all that crap. So I don't feel about downloading the movie if the DVD's scratched. So I've already spent my cash. Game of Thrones, I went through it. It's like 10 episodes, and each is about an hour long. And I went through it in 3 days. The episodes were so good that time went by so fast, and it's like I wasn't going to sleep during the shows. Like, I wasn't bored with them. Every episode just had me on my seat, and like, what the hell? Like the episode where, sorry if this is a spoiler. If this is a spoiler, just skip ahead. One dude burns his daughter. Like, wow, what the hell? And then another dude is like picking girls up, like young girls, to torture and beat and all this stuff. And I'm like, what the, like, it's just disturbing. But it's just good TV. And it's like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I went through it really quickly. I still need to watch Fear the Walking Dead, and that kind of stuff. We basically downloaded. We basically grabbed a bunch of movies that had surprise twists and plots. So you know how like Sixth Sense, the first time you watch it, you're like, whoa. And then you need to watch it again because you're gonna see all the signs and hints that they gave you that this is what happened. Same thing with The Usual Suspects. It has that twist ending. It's like, holy cow. So we still have a bunch of those still to watch. Basically, in game, we've been doing heroic Hellfire, and we managed to get down. We've now downed Gorefiend, so now we're working on the upper one, on the upper tiers. So we started working on the bird guy. I forget his name, but he seems to be giving people mechanic problems, which is very strange. It just seems like we're able to do it on normal. And yes, I realize that normal and heroic, it hits harder and yada yada, but it feels like we need to do it on normal to get people used to the mechanics again, which is really weird. I mean, they should know them from before, but they apparently don't, and I don't know why. So we're kind of stuck there. But we got 2 new bosses down this week, so this is good. It makes me feel a little bit better towards getting the end boss down, and getting our moose mount. you know, it's going to take some time, right? So, and we're going to need folks to be running mythics and all that stuff for sure. So we did manage to loot. I managed to loot a list resort, so I've got that now. And the only mounts I need left from Cataclysm are the visit with me. Do I? No, because that's... No, we're not going to do that one. We're not going to do gray quests. I've decided I'm not going to do gray ones. Let's do... Which ones should we do? Further concerns? Or should we do this one? Jasper load. It's Elmore's task. Is this one where I need to, like, fly? Do I need to, like, deliver something? Right?
Good day to you.
I think I need to deliver something. Into Stormwind.
Have a good one.
So all that I have left now is Dragon Soul, and I basically need Experiment 52B and the Lifebinder's Handmaiden, which only drops on Heroic, which really makes me mad because now it's like it feels like this is gonna be the hardest one for me to get because I hate having to go through Spine all the time. If it's on normal, it doesn't have a lockout ID, so I could just bring in a tune and keep that character saved at Spine being down and just keep running the end boss over and over, but because it's on Heroic, it comes up with an ID, so you have to run the entire thing if you want to go for that Life Binders. Now the crappy thing is, on the Life Binders, I have actually I've actually gotten the Blazing Drake that's supposed to only drop on normal. I've got the Blazing Drake twice on Heroic, and that is frustrating to no end, let me tell you. So once I got those, I finally got all my stable mounts for Horde side. I just didn't bother trying to do it throughout the entire expansion. Just got it done now. It took me about I don't know, like a week or so, maybe a little bit more, of just going in and doing the quests every day and all that kind of stuff. It was pretty easy, especially when you're geared. Like, my main character is eye level 700, so you know, my guy is pretty geared. I can deal with stuff, and I know that when it was current, like when it first came out, it was very hard to get some of the last ones done. I think I need to do the Alliance, because I don't think you get the Alliance ones if you've done the Horde ones. Like, I don't think you get the equivalent on that side, so I'm gonna have to go back and do the Alliance ones too. It's just a matter of doing it, you know. Don't care. I can't sell the wands, really? Why? Can I? Oh, this is two-hand. I can't use two-hand anyways. Health potion. Get the heck out of here. Yeah, you can put that on my head. That's okay. This doesn't do anything. I can't. Oh no, I can't sell these. Legs. No. This I can put on the auction house. All right. What else has happened? I do still need to get the Warlord's Profession mounts, so like the one from Leatherworking, and then what's the other one? Don't know off the top of my head, but I think they're Leatherworking and Tailoring. There's like a carpet or something, I think. That's only a ground mount. Oh, speaking of ground mounts, when I got a list resort, it's only a ground mount. Oh, what's up with that? It's a bird. Give me a break. And like you can fly all the other bird mounts, but you can't fly this one. Silly. Very, very silly. I was running around thinking, oh, I just can't fly because I'm in the dungeon. Okay, so I go outside the dungeon and I still can't fly. I'm like, is there a bug? And then I go check on Wowhead, and it's like, nope, no bug. This is working as intended. I'm like, oh, great. I think we're going to take the long route here. I didn't know this was here. I knew there's some stuff here, but what's this guy doing? Oh, he's like RP walking, man. What's this guy doing? Whoa. have fun with your RP walking over there, buddy. And we're just gonna go over this way. And I don't know what this other quest is here. We're supposed to do something. Search the courier's cabin. What else? I'm almost done. Basically, I have been working on my hockey sim a little bit more lately because there is a development I'm doing for it that, you know, for a regular North American league, you know, the teams that are in last place don't get bumped down or anything like that. They don't really lose anything. They actually get rewarded with a higher pick to become a better team, which, you know, it's not very fair for some folks. Well, some people don't think it's very fair, but, you know, if you don't try and help build up the bottom teams, you're going to always have those teams be crappy, and that's not fun. Where is this thing? Search the courier's cabin. Right? Yeah, it's like... Oh god. Oh god. Oh, okay. Whew. That would have been bad. So yeah, I've been working on this development on my hockey simulator to allow a person running their league to operate it as if it's a relegation league, how they do in Europe, where teams in the Premier League in soccer, if they end up in last place, they get bumped down to like the league below them, and the teams in the league below them that end up in first place get bumped up. So because the teams there are not done the same way that we have our teams, so it did end up taking up a lot of time. I did it when I was able to, which sometimes I would go weeks without trying to do it because my body was just a wreck, and I finally have got it done. But because there's so much work in it, it's touched a whole bunch of scripts, so I've got a lot of testing to do. I have tested most of it, and it's looking pretty good. So now it's just a matter of finding a good date to release it. And once it's released, then maybe I could focus more back on the Ironman, or maybe actually just try to take a break and unwind and take a breather before BlizzCon, because I think BlizzCon is going to be, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be intense, I think, for me, and I don't know how my body's going to handle it. That's one of the reasons why I kind of insisted that my wife come along, because if something were to happen, I'd want somebody that, you know, I obviously want my family around. If things go okay, then next BlizzCon, you know, I'd probably just go by myself if I were to go at all. It's not 100% sure I would even go. So the last thing I want to talk about before we go is Monday, October the 19th, which technically is right now. We are having a federal election. So we are voting for our next Prime Minister of the country of Canada. And right now it's Harper. I'm not going to get into who I'm going to vote for. I just, I find it disturbing that the media can sway public opinion so easily. It's just, I found it hard to make a decision on who I was going to vote for. I tend to vote a certain way, but this time around, I don't know if I necessarily wanted to vote for that person because of what that person has done already and said, and it's just, none of the people that are running really have earned my vote. And the only reason why I'm voting a certain way is because locally, the person that's running for that party, I know that she has done a really good job for our city, and I know that I know that despite she's a part of a certain party, she will still get things done if they need to get done. So You know, it's going to be interesting to see who wins. I'm pretty sure I know who's going to win. Okay, I'm here. I like to. Oh, this. Okay. What else? Okay, and then we. Oh, that's cool. It's. Okay. Now what am I doing? Investigating the Shady Lady. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for tonight. I just want to say, if you do live up in Canada, you know, Monday, October the 19th, so tomorrow, or today if you're listening to this right now, you have from 9:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. to vote. For the love of God, I just, you know, even if you go in there and do a random X, like, just go vote. People have died and fought to keep our way of life safe and to not be beneath Nazi rule, for Christ's sakes, or even Russian rule and all that stuff. It's just, go vote. There are people out there that want to vote that can't. Like, they are not allowed to. Like, in some places, if you're a woman, you cannot vote. Here, everyone is allowed to vote. And there's some people that would argue you have a right to not vote. I would argue, no, you don't. I think there's two things you must do being here. One is to vote, and one is to pay your goddamn taxes. And that's about it. I mean, those are the two things that you have to do. Voting, you know, there's some people that complain about who's in charge, but they don't vote. And in those cases, I say you have no right to talk. It's just, you know, if you voted and you didn't vote for them and they still won, you have every right to bash them and say, oh, I hate that guy, he's not doing a good job. Until you vote, you have no right to talk. And I'm sure this might piss off people, and I'm sorry, but this is something that I feel very, very strongly about. One of our latest elections had the lowest voter turnout in a long time. We only had 59% of the people vote, which for us is just insanely low. It's crazy low. Anyway, so I think that's gonna be it for tonight. I'm sorry to end this on a rant. It's just I feel like, you know, if you live here, get out there and vote. You have a long time to vote. You have no excuses to not vote unless you're lying in the hospital and you're gonna die. Okay, but you have 12 hours to vote. It starts at 9:30 a.m. Eastern to 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Go out there, okay? I will talk to you next time. I got this guy up to level 13. Let's do a quick check to see who is on the Iron Man Guild, if there's anybody on. No one is on still. Jeez. Alright, that's going to be it for tonight. We got this character up to level 13. I will see you next time. Again, sorry for the ranting, but I feel very, very strongly about it. And that's it. Have fun and good luck out there. See you later.